Okay, for whatever reason I took a pause and this thing shut itself off, so we're doing one more video. Got my phone out. You can see I have a Precision Plex icon. This is the app that you're going to download. You can get it on the Google Play Store, or you can get it on Android, or iPhone. You're going to press that button, and it's going to say, please put the RV in pairing mode. So then, we're going to go over to the touchscreen on the wall. We're going to wake it up. We're going to hit the gear. We're going to hit wireless, and we're going to press pair with mobile. Now, your phone is going to say in pairing mode, trying to bond, and boom, just like that, this phone is now connected to your coach. You'll see the Berkshire 40D, and that's set. Let me stop for just a second. All right, so that's my phone, and guess what? The phone basically is about the same as the others. Things you don't see on your phone is temperature control, gear, your lights, okay, hit the back arrow, your monitors, pretty much identical. Slide outs are the same, awnings are the same, and you have awning power on. And on this it doesn't turn green, it just says it's on or it says it's off. If it's on, I have control of my door awning and my patio awning. Generator, auto start, auto stop, start and stop. Power management tells me I'm on 50 amp, tells me what loads are available. I can check my line voltage and amperage. I can turn on my water pump, my power step. So I don't have control of the block heater. I don't have control of the tank heaters on the phone. And my fans are available, same as on the touchpad. So there are a few things that the phone does not control, but the basic controls of most of the necessary items are right there on your phone. This makes it nice if you're in a campground and it's a little bit tight. You can use your phone to put the slide outs and you can stand outside and watch them come out. Okay, same with your awnings. You know, if you're outside and you want the awning out, you just grab your phone, click, and put the awning out. Or if you want to put it in, you can put it in. It is Bluetooth, so you have to be within range of the unit in order for it to work. The little green icon up here tells you that it's connected and working. Okay, so that pretty much covers the app and what it does. So hopefully works out for you. And now we're going to go up and go through the driver's area and the controls up there, and then we'll be finished up. And we'll get this video sent out to you later this afternoon after we get it all downloaded and uploaded, and get you a link sent out so that you can watch this. Equalizer leveling. Press the power button to turn it on. You can see all 4 jack lights are lit. That means the jacks are down because they're down. To retract them, we hit all retract and it will put all the jacks up. When you turn the power on, if these 4 lights are out, you can hit the auto level. Anytime the panel is on, no matter what lights are on, you can raise or lower the front jacks. Down is jack down, which is coach up. Down is jack down, jack down, jack down, up, up. So if I press front up, it's going to lower the front of the coach. If I press front down, it's going to raise the front of the coach. So keep that in mind. Auto leveling works extremely well. However, it has some limitations. Number one, it only levels the way it's programmed to. So the programming may not match what you want. Okay? You can reprogram this easily. To reprogram this leveling system, level the coach the way you want it, turn the power off, hold the auto level button down, and while you're holding it down, turn the power on. It will begin beeping. Let it beep 5 or 6 times, let go of the auto level button, you'll get a confirmation beep. You just reset the leveling point. That easy. Okay? So once you get it set the way you want, it's very easy, intuitive, simple system to work with. You can manually level and update at any time, and you can auto level, whatever. The only thing, like I said, is auto level goes to a plus or minus. By the book, they say plus or minus a half a degree. In my experience, it's closer to a degree. So it's never going to be totally perfect, but you can always touch it up with the manual controls at any time. Forward is your shifter. Your shift panel has reverse, neutral, and drive. That's it. You have a monitor. The monitor in drive is going to go 6, 1, and 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, whatever. But you have a selected gear and an actual gear. So when you push D, it's going to say 6 on the left and whatever gear it's actually in on the right. When you push R, it's going to say R and R. N is going to say N and N. Like if you're in drive and you hit neutral, it's going to have N here, and it might have 1 or 2 over here for a couple seconds, and then it'll go N and N, which means you're actually in neutral. So the left indicator is what you selected. The right indicator is what the transmission's actually doing at that second. The mode button gives you economy mode. You may or may not like economy mode. Personally, I find places where I like it, and I find places where I absolutely hate it. And the reason being is I'm kind of a gearhead. I like my performance. I like the thing to respond when I step on the gas. And in economy mode, its idea is it controls the engine and transmission, and it makes decisions that you might not like. Now, if you're driving through Nebraska or Iowa and rolling country, economy mode with a cruise set is nice because it doesn't shift all the time. It just stays in gear and rolls along. But in the mountains and other places or around town, it sucks for me. When you're in drive, you can shift up or down with the arrows at any time. If you press both the up and down arrows at the same time and hold them, with the engine running, if the transmission's up to temperature, the indicator will start a countdown and it will tell you what your transmission fluid is. Press them again, it'll tell you what your transmission health is. You can check your filters, and you just keep pressing the plus and minus. It'll run you through diagnostics and everything, and then all the way back to normal. Oops. That was the horn. That is your mirror selector for your mirrors. The center switch goes from left to right, and the arrows on the outside adjust the mirror. Parking brake. There's no park on the transmission. You have to set the parking brake. Pull it up to set them, push it into drive. All right. Light switch in the middle. One click up is markers, all the way up is headlights. The left is your dimmer, brighter or dimmer, and the far right is your fog lights. This little button here I'll get to in a minute when we get the ignition going. Coming across over here, engine brake. Engine braking. If this switch is turned on and you let off the throttle, that's on, that's off. If you let off the throttle with the engine brake on, there'll be a green light up here to tell you that it's on. When you let off the throttle, it's going to start engine braking. It will downshift. It will bring you just about to a stop. Night shade. There's your night shade for the front. Down or up. Sunshade is your sunshade for the front. Again, down or up. Auxiliary start. When I press this button down, it connects all my batteries together. Engine batteries and house batteries. Map light. You have a map light on the driver's side and a map light on the passenger side. Separate switches. Down here, fan switch. Down is low, and this is with the ignition on. middle is off, up is high for your fan. Now, they're actually supposed to be defroster fans pointed at the window, but most of our customers never drive them in cold weather, so they have them as personal fans for themselves. Your choice. Horn switch. In one position, it was air horn. In the other position, it's just city horn. Radio switch. Allows you to turn the radio on without having the ignition on. Generator start and stop, and step cover. Step cover out. Step cover in. This way you don't fall down the steps when you're driving. Radio has a home button, streaming, photos, radio, video. Copilot is your navigation. You can also hit the navigation by hitting the map icon on the bottom. It does take it a minute or so to load up. Up here is where the map card is. There is a little SD card in there. You will have to update that every now and then to keep your maps current. Down here, USB, auxiliary, you push on where it says aux in, and flip the little door out, and you have a 3.5 mini jack and a USB port. Home button, again, brings you there. You got your streaming music, your radio, and your menu. Menu. You have in-car menu and apps. Hit your cameras. I think the cameras only work when the ignition is on. Oh, there's your camera. Now tap the screen. You can look at the right turn camera. There's your left turn camera. There's your rear camera. Okay. Back. iPad, your EQ, and all of that. Phone, photos, Cirrus. Calculator, calendar. See, now we've gone down to apps. Gmail, if you have this connected to an internet. Play Store. So this is a Android tablet radio. So you have the ability, if you have a hotspot in here, to have this connected to the internet and use apps whenever you want. Settings, all of that. Home button. Pretty nice system. Down here is USB charge port and your dash heating. Same as a car, basically. Your steering wheel. Tilt. There's a little foot pedal right there. Step on the pedal and you have tilt and some telescope. Basically, the idea is you put the steering wheel where you want it, take your foot off the pedal, it stays there. I'm going to get the keys out of my pocket. Okay, up here, on the left side of the steering wheel, headlight flash. Now this stuff does not work unless the ignition is on. The beeping is because the jacks are down. Cruise control. Set, resume, cancel, on and off. If you are going to idle for more than 5 minutes, turn the cruise on, hit resume. It will bring the engine RPMs up to 1,000 RPMs. You want to keep the RPMs up for idling so that you don't plug up your filters in your exhaust system. This button blinks your marker lights. This is your washer for your windshield wipers. This is your wiper delay. This is off. And this is low speed and high speed back and forth. Alright. In the middle of the dash down there it says pre-trip checklist. This knob controls this dash display. If I tap it to the right, it's going to check the list as we go down it. If I tap it to the left, it's going to clear the list off. You're going to see that the date and time is wrong. Anytime we use the battery disconnect, chassis battery disconnect, the time is going to be wrong. Hold this button to the right. Tap right for setup, set time and date. So we can go in here and we can set the date. It is 11/4/20. Current time here is 10:53. And it is AM. Boom. Now my date and time are set. So now we can go down here. And I just am resetting that. That's today's section. There is a leg. I have to reset that. Trip idle time. Reset. That's our trip meter. Cruise speed. Trans temp. Generator hours. Back to date and time. Oh, date and time. I can toggle. Have it read differently. Odometer I can't change. Today's time. Now this is telling me how long the ignition has been on and how far we've driven. And I can toggle through fuel used, fuel economy, average speed, idle time, all of that. And since we're sitting in a building, now I can go down to average for the leg, idle time, distance, and all that. Trip time for the whole trip. Cruise speed, engine RPM, oil pressure, instant fuel economy, total fuel used, engine hours. Voltage, trans temp, gear temp, generator hours, no options. Pretty cool. Alright, now, when that clears, if I hold this to the right continuously, we're going to go back there. Maintenance. We go down to maintenance. We can set up our maintenance schedule. We can put all of our maintenance stuff in. Engine oil, air filter, generator, and all that. You can put all that in and track it. Diagnostics. Check the gauges. In check gauges, I can go through every single gauge on this dash. Then I can go to 0, 50%, and 100% on each gauge individually to verify the gauge works. Icons. The icons are your idiot lights. Inputs. That's the inputs coming into the computer. Outputs are outputs going out of the computer. Engine diagnostics. I can check for faults. There's no faults. ABS, that's my brake. I can check for faults. No faults. Hardware and software version, internal data, odometer diagnostics. Tells you the difference between what the computer sees and what the screen says. Input override, probably don't want to play with. And that's basically what's there. At this point, I want to thank you for making a purchase through TerryTown, Motorhomes to Go. Hope you thoroughly enjoy your new unit. If you have any questions, contact your salesman or our service department, and we'll be happy to do anything we can to help you out. Again, thank you very much. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your new unit. Thanks.